Alright guys, let's take a look at the official Trump coin on the channel for the first time. Now, as you can see here guys, there is a resistance. It's a daily resistance right here at about $7.33. It has pushed through this at the moment. Now, there is another weekly resistance right here. Now keep in mind we're looking at this on a 1-day time frame, and that is about what, $7.64. So kind of, it's slightly above that. It may be about what, 9 or 10 cents basically above that right now. That doesn't guarantee anything, of course, and again, this needs to close on a weekly time frame. But again, the longer the time frame, the candle over these lines, the better, of course. Now, let's take a look here, guys. You can see this wick all the way down here at about $1.50. That's crazy, guys. And then it got up to about $5.34 on the bounce there on October 10th. Now, let's take a look. There is some resistance, basically, that I can see, and this extends back all the way to about May. Let's just draw a line like this. So we can't really get too excited just yet. I mean, if we look at that, guys, you can see it hit here in July, got pretty close here in September. So really, to get bullish, we probably need to break about, let's say, $8.50. We'll just round it up, guys. That would get us through this trend line right here. And I think we can get a little bit more excited about Trump coin, or at least you can if you hold it, guys. I do not hold it, like I said. But yeah, that would be about what I'm looking for right here, about $8.50. That's, probably the mark to beat. Now, looking at the volume profile right here, guys, you can see $9 and let's say 39 cents is the point of control. So we are a little bit below that, about $1.50, let's just say. And once we get above about, let's say, $11, we're going to get through this big volume candle right here and start to stair step our way up here. So there is a little bit of a speed bump right here at about $27 up to about $30. But that is a very small speed bump, as you see. And basically, yeah, it's going to get a little bit easier to go up here. Now, looking at the Bollinger Bands on a weekly time frame, you can see that they are getting quite narrow here. Not really pinching, though, just yet, at least on a weekly time frame. Now, let's look at the daily time frame. Actually, it's a little bit of a pinch back here on the 9th, but a lot of cryptos actually have that little pinch here before they go down. Now, again, it's a little bit wide here, I would say, more like an intestine, like I usually call it. But yeah, actually it's a little bit more wide than an intestine probably at this point still. But let's see if it comes back together. But it does look like they are moving away from one another right now. Now, looking at the stochastic here and the RSI, stochastic is actually coming up pretty heavily here. Looks like it just crossed that red line last week, and that's a good sign. Now, the RSI is coming up out of the oversold territory. It's pretty much just been in oversold territory since its existence. Now, if we look at the daily time frame, a little bit overbought here and about to come down, it looks. Now, the RSI still has some room to go up here, but again, that's a mixed signal. Now, the 4-hour time frame, getting out of this oversold territory, so it is coming up. The RSI, though, is in the overheated territory, but at only a 72 right now, so it can still go up quite a bit, guys. Now, the 1-hour time frame also looks like it tried to avoid crossing here. That blue line is just barely above that red line still, and it is overheated, though. Now, the RSI is also slightly overheated, as you see here, but again, it still has some room to grow. But this is probably about to come down because you see it's 99 and 98 here. So the 15-minute time frame actually coming down pretty heavily. It's just crossed this red line to the downside. RSI, though, is still going up, but, it's not overheated just yet, but it's getting very close. Now, one more indicator to consider here, guys, is the MACD. Now, looking at this on a weekly time frame, we don't have many weeks to look at, but we can see that it was kind of fading here, the momentum, and now we have this dark green candle. So this avoided crossing this red line, which is a good sign. That means momentum is up. So let's take a look at the daily time frame. And again, we do have about, 6 days here of dark green candles. We just left this faded red candles behind, so that is a good sign. Now, the blue line has crossed this red line pretty heavily to the upside. So guys, momentum looks to be up here, at least on the weekly and daily time frame. So yeah, I do think that it probably just needs to cool down a little bit. And if we put this on a 4-hour time frame, I don't really expect to break so many resistances to the upside without these indicators kind of resetting here, and especially, not this trend line. So if we do break the next few lines here to the upside, I do believe a stopping point will be around $8.40 or so. Now, taking a look at the tokenomics here, Trump coin is number 83 coin in existence so far. The circulating supply is less than 200 million here, so I can't complain about the tokenomics here, guys. It has a max supply of 1 billion, which when you think about Chainlink, for example, it has the same. So it's not too bad when it comes to the tokenomics. I just don't like the person behind it, really. Anyways, it's up about 12% today so far. If we look here, the all-time high was about $73, guys, and you're getting about a 90% discount at the moment. That was 9 months ago. Now, the all-time low, it also says 9 months ago, but again, the Binance chart didn't show this because I think it was listed a little bit later, of course. I'm not sure which exchanges it would be, but anyways, yeah, the all-time low, according to CoinGecko, was about $4.29. Looking at Bitcoin here, we are about 113,500 at the moment. We're getting a bit of a bounce since yesterday. Yesterday evening, my time, we just saw Bitcoin and Ethereum just collapse. So it's nice to see that we're getting a little bit of a bounce here. And again, we do need to break this area over here, guys. So I have marked this off with a little circle, but we need to get above this. And once we do that, I'll be a little bit more bullish on Bitcoin. Basically, if we cross 116, which is this daily resistance right here, I will get a bit more bullish. Now, I need to warn you guys, there is a CME gap of $1,670 to the downside. We did actually fill a little bit of this gap with that drawdown last night, so keep that in mind. We did actually have something good come from that. About $1,100 or so got filled. But we do have a large gap here. Now, we also have a CME gap all the way down here at about 107K. Now, that's only about $300 or so. So, do these need to get filled right now? They don't have to, but we're not far away from this gap still. So, that's a little bit worrying. And let's see what happens tonight with the, Fed interest rate decision. Now, before I go a little farther in this video, guys, you can claim some bonuses on my favorite crypto exchanges below. I have partnerships with Bybit, MEXC, BingX, Bitrue, BTC, WEX, and CoinEx. Also, you can find Moodix here. You can get a free 7-day trial. And guys, if you're looking for a cold wallet, look here with this link. You can get a 17% off your CypherRock wallet today if you use this link. And you can follow me on X here. Now, the monthly returns so far are a little bit negative here for October. But again, guys, we still have 2 more days. Pretty much 3 full days almost, and we're just sitting a little bit less than 1% down, so it's still not that bad. There's still plenty of time to make a green month. Now, going over to Ethereum, guys, I probably should have measured this from down here all the way up to here, because I did measure it from here to here, being a little bit conservative, and basically you can see that was this line right here. So we definitely exceeded that. And if I would have drawn it from here to here, pretty much this would have been the downfall which happened last night. So basically it almost reached the end of this line, and it's a technical target. It doesn't really have to reach it. It got close enough in my opinion, and now it's getting a bounce. So we do have right now, this candle is actually about to close in a minute. We do have 2 candles basically green here when we only had 1 yesterday. And it is looking a little bit more hopeful, I would say. Now, we're sitting just above $4,000. We're still in this box, this purple box. That's not where we need to be. We need to be above this box. Now, I have warned people, if we lose this box, guys, that is probably the start of a bear market. Now, there are a few more signs. We do need to actually lose this trend line first, and then the box. And once we lose this line here at 3,700, we only have this channel basically supporting us. But if we drop out of this channel, guys, basically, that's it, guys. I think we're going to see a bear market pretty quickly. Total market cap is getting a little bit of a bounce here. It's getting saved by 3.74 trillion on a daily time frame. Now, if we go to the total market cap excluding Bitcoin, again, we did have that drop last night, and we are getting rejected right now at 1.51 trillion. So let's see if we can get above that and then get above 1.52 here on a daily time frame. Now, taking a look at the Bitcoin dominance here, we do have a slight red candle, but we're basically almost at 60%, guys. So it's not good for altcoin holders. We need to break this trend line to the downside. It has been holding us up since September the 13th. As you see, we've hit it many times, gotten a bounce. So yeah, once we break this, I'll be a little bit more positive when it comes to altcoins. Now, if we go to the USDT dominance, it actually got a bounce yesterday too. So the past couple of days, it actually got a bounce here, but we did have 4 days of downside before that. Now we're getting a red candle, but we have to break through 4.83% here on the daily time frame. Now, the altcoin season index has actually gone from 43 to a 41. Actually, right before this video, I actually refreshed this, and it's actually been teeter-tottering between 41 and 43 the last few times I have refreshed it. Now, if we go to the liquidation heat map, there's a little bit more than $500 million that have been wrecked in the last 24 hours, so that is quite elevated at the moment. If we look at the fear and greed, actually it's at a 51 right now, and it's neutral yesterday, so it's the same, 51. So it really hasn't budged. Now, if we look at the bull market peak indicators, sell at the top, average progress is 52.54%, still 100% hold. Pi cycle top indicator is at 55% basically. And yeah, if you want to see what 55% looks like, this is what it looks like, guys. Now, looking at the economic calendar here, we do have the FOMC statement today and interest rate decision and press conference. So all of this is coming tonight, my time. The press conference is going to be very important to see what Powell says. There is pretty much 100% chance, though, that we're going to get that quarter point cut. As you see here, 99.9% chance. And if we go to Polymarket, there's actually a 1% chance that we're going to get a 50 basis point decrease. Probably not going to happen, though. Also, they say a 1% chance of no change. Now, Moodyx is showing that sentiment is still risk on, that trend is growing, and today we've already had a positive day, and it's pretty early in the morning, guys. My time, it's 9 a.m., so we're already 0.11 points positive here. Now, if we go to Trueflation, it's showing a little bit of a decrease in inflation here, but still a little bit elevated, 2.44%. If we go to Crypto Bubbles, the last hour actually looks good, but this is the day. Let's look at the hour because that's more positive. You can see Trump is actually up 3% here, at least in the last hour. If you want to stake your Trump coins, guys, go to Coinondo, and you can find the official Trump earn here. And there's 8 results, but probably the best one is about 5% here in Biconomy. And anyways, guys, if you like this video, like, subscribe, activate the bell, share this video with your friends. Like I said, check out some of those links that I have below, guys. It really, helps me when you use my links. Of course, I do get a little bit of commission, but unless you're trading hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars or something like this, I'm not going to see more than pennies. So I really appreciate those who have used them. I also appreciate the members who have signed up lately. And guys, I will see you in the next video.